Hey guys, welcome back to House of Prep. My name's Jerry. This is Thursday. I live just outside of Nashville, right here in Tennessee, and this is the time of week that we all come together every Thursday. Take the time, jump in the comments, give kind of your general what state you're in or what area you live in, and give an update of your area. It's always curious and very informative, just kind of knowing where people are at and to see what's going on out there. I know some areas are worse than others. Some areas are doing great. Hey, I'm going to be real with you. Our stores this week have been really good. Probably the best I've seen in a long time. And we're going to talk about that. I'm doing it outside today. I'm changing it up. You know how you focus on food all the time, and it's good to kind of change up on some things that you look for. So as I was going through the store, and my wife had went to her stores, and I went to mine. And there are a few things. You saw my thumbnail. That's pretty consistent, the paper products. I did get some paper plates, the throwawables, right? So I try to stay stocked up on those because in an emergency situation, when you don't want to use up your water for cleaning dishes and stuff, it's nice to have some of that on hand. So that was pretty normal. How that looks. Every time I go in, they always have something. So I'm thankful for that. But let's talk about, before I get into other items that I did go and pick out on top of the food that I did get. Meat's still there, still just enough meat out there to cover the shelves because obviously they're expensive, so not as many people buying the ribeyes and the New York strips right now, are they? So they don't put that much out, but it's there if you want it. It's like $35 for a couple steaks, something like that. So super high prices on there. Waters have been stocked the best I have seen in months, and it has been going on for months between waters and sports drinks. Sports drinks were there. We found them. Kroger's had them. Walmart had them. So we found plenty of items that we like to have around, especially when we go to the gym to work out, and having a few sports drinks on hand. And the waters were stacked. It was so nice to see. I'm so glad that that's kind of gotten back on kilter to where it needed to be, because we've been just struggling to find different things we need, and I know other people have as well. So that's been way better. Look, I'm super thankful. I'm so thankful I could go into the store, and pretty much right now anything that I want, I can find. Now, however, I did look for the Nido. I think that's the powdered milk. Some of you guys have recommended me try that, and all that was totally gone. All of it. There wasn't any of it. So they had a couple other things there I wasn't familiar with, so I thought I'd wait. I'll give it a week. I'll check back again next week, see if they have it there. Speaking of the sports drinks, I happened to look. We talked about powder. They do have the cans of powder and stuff like that. But because when I buy bottled water, sometimes when I'm running to the Y to go work out or something, these are those little packs. You can just dump one of those little things right into your little water bottle, shake it up, and you're good to go. So I think that ends up being cheaper than buying the Gatorade. So I'm going to play with it, work with it, try it. And these are going to be good to have. I can throw a few of these in my bug out, get home bag, right? Put some of these in there. They're light. Then as I have water, it'll help add some flavor to the water. Plus the electrolytes and things that your body can sweat off very quickly, especially if it's hot outside. One of the things, this is something outside the box here. Right now we've just been dealing with a lot of flies. It's just that time of year, I guess. They've really been a pest sitting out here on the back porch in the rocking chairs and stuff. And I found this little thing. Never tried it before. So it looks pretty much like this. This whole part's all sticky. You pull it right out. They say you could put a little bit of syrup or honey right down in this tray, and this will help catch bugs and flies. It's got a little hook and things you can hang it. So I want to give it a whirl. It was only $1.70, I think, or $1.50, something like that. It was super cheap. And I'm like, let's just try it. Something new. Just like you try with new food, we're going to try new fly catching techniques, right? Also, I went through the camping section. The camping section is looking way better, especially with the fall coming. People like to go camping. They like to go hunting. So I was hoping, man, I could get some things. So I have a Coleman lantern that I own. Well, with the Coleman lanterns or any type of lanterns that use these mantles, these little cloth things, that's the part that you light when you turn the propane on, right? So these mantles, they dry out immediately when you're using them. Now you can reuse them, but what happens once you store it for a short period of time or so, they end up disintegrating and just you can't use them anymore. So it's nice to have some of these little packs of extra mantles on hand. So this is a reminder, check your Coleman lanterns or whatever lanterns, see if you have all the little accessories and things that you need in a situation where you're like, okay, pull out the lantern and you don't have anything. So these are just small things to think about. They had plenty of these small propane tanks. Now I do have quite a few of the large 20-pound, propane fuel, and but I like having a few of these on hand too. We do have like the Mr. Heater, right? Like for winter times coming up, don't forget. And they take this size. Now you could also use your large propane tank with one of those adapter hoses, and that's they're only like $20. And you could do that with your Mr. Heater. But if you're looking for portability, lightweight, these would also make a great trade or barter item. It's fuel. So if you had some extra fuel on hand, somebody, maybe had something you need, and they're like, hey, I need some of that fuel. It'd be a nice trade, a barter, or helping out a family member or a friend. So these are just outside of the box things. If you're walking up and down, I love going up and down the camping section. You can find all kinds of cool things. Let's see what's in there. So one more thing on the items I brought out: filters, your house filters. We've been struggling finding house filters. I don't know if any of you guys have. Every time my wife would go out, every time I go out, I'm like, I guess we're just going to order some. We weren't totally out, but like House of Prep, right? We're gonna stay stocked up, and so I was thankful that we were able to pick up some air filters. I found some, and so thankful that I was able to get them, because it's just little things like that just seem to disappear sometimes right now, and it's good to have those on hand. So the rest of the store, walking around, like I said, while I'm there, I always just check stuff out. Canned goods look a lot better than they had been. For a while, they were just fronting the canned goods everywhere. My store carries on the Keystone products just the beef and the chicken. That's the only two they have. The chicken was still like $6 for a can, 6 and change. The beef was like 8 something. So those have held their price. Now I know a lot of items store-wide have gone up. So we watch price increases. You see it now more and more on the news. A lot more people are talking about it. It's more of a topic, isn't it? Inflation and things that are going on. So again, this isn't a complaint session. This isn't something that we get on here and gripe and complain. It's just an opportunity to share. Hey, this is what I'm seeing, or this is what I'm not finding, right? If fuel prices are going up, some of your all's fuel has been just jacked up. It's just an opportunity to understand kind of the temperature and the gauge of the country and even the world, because we do have folks from Canada and Australia and other places around the world, and Great Britain, and they stop in and give us little updates of their area, and we know we see things are going on in other countries too that affect a lot of things in their life. So I appreciate each and every one of you that drops in. It's all about the comments on Thursdays. Comments is where it's at. I just ramble here for a little bit, show you a few things, but the comments is the main event. It's nice to share it and interact with other preppers and other people, just kind of looking towards what we can do to get better, and if we ever have advice or throw in something in the comments about a success, something big, something that maybe you did. This was a really big step for me this week. We really accomplished some things. We reached another milestone. Throw it in the comments. We love to share that and celebrate that together. So you guys, look, I hope you have a great rest of the week. Okay, we're heading to the weekend. Hopefully the weather starts getting a little bit cooler here soon. September is flying by. I can't believe it. But let me check my time here. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I appreciate your time that you invested in watching my channel. And if you don't mind, hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button if you hadn't done so yet. So y'all take care. I'll talk to you later.